Hello, I'm Paul Pluta and welcome to Paul Pluta Prestige. Today I want to talk about one of my all-time favourite watches, and that's the Rolex 16014. And the 16014 started off as life as a 1601 in steel with the white gold bezel, and it became the 16014 when Rolex went to a 5-digit model number and they introduced the new quickset movement into the piece. The beautiful thing about a 16014 is it was a lot more subtle than the two-tone 16013. The two-tone version had the center links of the bracelet in gold, whereas the 16014 merely had the bezel in white gold. There were versions of the DateJust in this era which had steel bezels, but these have a different model designation number. The 16014 was a very popular model because it was much more discreet than 16013s, as well as being significantly cheaper than a 16013. On the used watch market today, 16014s and 16013s are very similar in price. In fact, in Singapore, 16014s are more desirable than 16013s, and this is because two-tone is no longer the cutting edge of fashion, and also 16013s with the middle section in gold are prone to stretch and distorting the bracelet, whereas a 16014 with its all-metal bracelet is a lot stronger and utilitarian. 16014s came with a variety of dial options and different features. However, 16014s were all chronometer certified movements with a date feature and a quickset function. 16013s, 16014s and the all-steel variants all used the same movement, and this was a same movement that was implemented throughout the Rolex range. 16014s were replaced by the 16234, which came out in the late 80s, around 1988, and basically the difference is that the 16234 features a sapphire crystal. It brought the watch more into the modern times. However, 16014s represent fantastic buying, and they're great bang per buck as an everyday watch to wear. 16014s are great pieces to use for everyday use, and probably they represent the best bang per buck, the most Rolex you can get for as least amount of money as possible. Okay, let's have a look at the score. I'm going to rate this very similarly to the 16013. For the brand, I'm going to give it a 7. For the status, I'm going to give it a 7. That's the status in the range. For the movement, I'm going to give it a 7. The overall quality and workmanship, I'm going to give it a 7. And the Paul Pluta Prestige rating, I'm also going to give it a 7. So it comes in at 35, which is quite a respectable score and represents excellent buying on the used market. 16014s, I think, are the best bang per buck watch, which is waterproof, which is modern, which can be used for everyday events like attending a white collar job or going to casual functions on the weekend. It's versatile, it's usable, and it puts the owner in great stead, and it says that the owner is a man of dignity and style. I'm Paul Pluta from Paul Pluta Prestige. I hope you've enjoyed this review.